did it, everybody. We did it. We came to the park in the middle of the ocean here. This is great. Give it up one more time for Neil Gove, Sean. Saturday Night Live. Yeah. Some of us watch it Saturday Night Live. Some of us call it Sunday morning on YouTube on the toilet, right? Are we there? Anybody like watching the show that I'm from? Famously shot, I think, over there and broadcast live on Saturday nights. And now we have evolved as a species that we get to sort of just watch it 2 minutes at a time on the toilet on Sunday morning, sort of in between reading horrific headlines. Oh, look, Bowen and James are dressed as crayons. Oh, that's cute. And out in the street, you better be able to shred that mandolin, brother. You better be able to tear up that stand-up bass, man. Homeless guys in New York are a little different. I got into an altercation in here with a homeless man in New York recently. Thought I'd tell you guys about it. It went down like this. Excuse me, sir, can I help you?
I've seen you. I know you. I've seen you before. I've seen you before. I got a third eye. I got a third eye, and I can see through the veil of space and time. Hey, you're a demon. You're a demon, and I cast you out, David. Ooh, I cast you out in the name of Jesus Christ, the Latter-day Saints. I cast you out.
And the homeless guy was like, okay, never mind. All right. Thank you. Best Indian food in the world is in Cyprus.
That's right.
Yeah. A lot of people say London.
No, they say India. Wrong.
No, wrong. Cyprus. So yeah, and then this I got in Spain actually, and to find a matching set.
Incredible.
In
2 different places. You don't see that a lot.
Neil.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Blew me away.
I just wanted to get a performer's eye view of this space today. So this is just sort of like an off day for me. And you know, all those laborers are striking. Whatever. So I'm down here and just sort of taking a break and looking at and that's actually this copter. This one I just have flown around aimlessly during the day, just sort of as a white noise effect. You wouldn't believe the cost that it is to have a weather helicopter circle your penthouse apartment in just so you get a good night's sleep. But I have the money and I spend it on the air, and I got to stay true to my sound, you know, my sort of roots rock, sort of Americana, kind of gloom and doom, kind of folky sort of thing, and it was a jingle. So I don't know if anybody was in the Middle Tennessee area in 1998, 1999, might have heard my jingle on the radio. Would have thought that would be more likely, but maybe you guys remember this, but this is, you know, me sort of sticking to my kind of Americana sort of roots sort of thing, and doing something a little bit more commercial in this jingle that I had. So maybe you guys recognize this jingle. About 1998, 1990. Oh, woman, when I'm dead and gone. Oh, woman, when I'm in my grave. Oh, woman, when I'm dead and gone. Please, woman, make griddles for me. Best Indian food in the world is in Cyprus.
That's right.
Yeah. A lot of people say London.
No, they say India. Wrong.
No, wrong. Cyprus. So yeah, and then this I got in Spain actually, and to find a matching set.
Incredible.
In
2 different places. You don't see that a lot.
Neil.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Blew me away.
I just wanted to get a performer's eye view of this space today. So this is just sort of like an off day for me. And you know, all those laborers are striking. Whatever. So I'm down here and just sort of taking a break and looking at and that's actually this copter. This one I just have flown around aimlessly during the day, just sort of as a white noise effect. You wouldn't believe the cost that it is to have a weather helicopter circle your penthouse apartment in just so you get a good night's sleep. But I have the money and I spend it on the air, and I got to stay true to my sound, you know, my sort of roots rock, sort of Americana, kind of gloom and doom, kind of folky sort of thing, And it was a jingle. So I don't know if anybody was in the Middle Tennessee area in 1998, 1999. Might have heard my jingle on the radio. Would have thought that would be more likely, but maybe you guys remember this. But this is me sort of sticking to my kind of Americana sort of roots sort of thing, and doing something a little bit more commercial in this jingle that I had. So maybe you guys recognize this jingle. About 1998, 1999. Oh woman, when I'm dead and gone. Oh woman, when I'm in my grave. Oh woman, when I'm dead and gone. Please, woman, make griddles for me. Nobody was in Middle Tennessee in like 1998 country music. That's my favorite. You ever see that like on the dating apps or something like that, or like on Facebook, someone's like, I like all music except rap and country. I like all music except when white people or black people tell me about their problems and achievements. Get it out of here. Everything but rap and country. I hate folk expression. I do think that the pop country music, there's something rotten about it. When I was like in middle school, I would be being driven to school in Nashville, listening to the saddest country music of all time. There was something so beautiful about knowing I had a biology quiz, and nothing prepared you for it like sobbing your heart out, living vicariously through a woman's 40-year marriage on the rocks, listening to the late 90s, early 2000s country music. Like in the back trying to remember the difference between a pistil and a stamen. I'm like, shared credit must really tear apart even the strongest bonds. He comes in late and wakes her up with a kiss goodnight. You know this one, Neil? If he could only read her mind, she'd say, everybody sing with me, buy me a rose, call me from work, open the door for me, what would it hurt? You know what, I can't even turn in my worksheet because it's covered in tears. James, are you okay? You're singing to yourself, you're distracting the rest of the quiz takers. Show me you love me by the look in your eye. Shot, whiskey, shot, gin, shot, heroin, shot, eat a cigarette, smoke a cigarette, backwards light it inside your mouth, snort out the smoke through your nose, cough becomes a sneeze, sneeze becomes a laugh. Why in every pop country song these days it sounds like they're describing the worst hang I could ever imagine in my life. The parties that happen in a pop country song these days. Me and all my rowdy friends were hanging by a lake beach. A lake's beach. All the places we could go in song, you've chosen a lake's beach. Slice my foot on a natty light can. Sip from the can and cough out some sand. 5 people that I know, 45 I don't know, hanging by a lake beach. 50 different strangers sharing one porta-john. Everybody's phone's on 20%. No one brought a charger to the lake beach. Now I'm reading Howard Zinn in my hot pink Tacoma. Did you know Ron DeSantis was at Guantanamo Bay, hanging by a lake beach? My best friend there is wearing a mask and he doesn't have COVID, and he told me he tested and doesn't have it, but he left 5 minutes in because he's scared anyway. And the worst guy I know definitely has COVID and is not wearing a mask, telling really loud wet stories to my eyes. I can feel his wet story going right in my eyes. Looking around and everyone has COVID. Remember that strain where you see it in their eyes? Oh, dang, is this one of those parties where people who don't believe in COVID all come to get COVID because COVID isn't real, so I gotta get it quick because that's the only way to not get it is to get it very quickly. Just guys getting together to sing about outlaws and thieves and bastards and losers and thieves and scallywags. That was a cool time in country music. It was all about the bad guys were the good guys. Oh yeah, that's the Bonnie and Clyde. The ultimate outlaw country, we'll see how this goes. The ultimate outlaw country supergroup happened in the mid 80s. It was called the Highwaymen, and it had Willie Nelson, it had Chris Christopherson, it had Waylon Jennings, it had Johnny Cash, it had Brian Luttrell, it had J.C. Chasez. I'm talking about Idris Elba. I'm talking about Justin Timberlake. I'm talking about Jimmy Fallon. I'm talking about Lori Lightfoot. I'm talking about Rishi Sunak. I'm talking about Minka Kelly. I'm talking about Jeanette McCurdy. It ended at Johnny Cash, but what I'm saying is that's like 4 is too many singers in a band, I think. I know. What you got? Is it like a cool, like a killer, like a thief or something? Waylon Jennings gets up there and just sings about the construction of the Hoover Dam. Don't know why. He just goes, I was a dam builder, across the river deep and wide, where steel and water did collide. Okay, in Boulder, Colorado, we have the Hoover Dam. It's a beautiful public works project. Hundreds of guys died building the Hoover Dam. That's what Waylon Jennings' verse is about. It's just all the nice, kind New Deal guys dying while they build a wall in the middle of the air. Who would have thought that would be a little unsafe? Every day a new guy would just be like, hey Jeff, have you seen my... Hey Brian, do you know where I live? So Waylon Jennings goes, they buried me in that gray tomb that knows no sound, but I am still around. I'll always be around and around and around and around and around and around and around. And I don't know if you can give me this, Neil, because I can't get it out of my head. It's got this farty little trumpet synth. After Waylon sings, and he goes round and round and round and round and round, there's like this, got some sexy, evil storm clouds coming in. That makes me feel really, makes me really feel myself, you know. Okay. All right, I like the rhythm. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, 12-year-olds, what's your favorite subject in school? Science. Oh man, my man came up from petting a cat with the science real loud and clear. Can we give it up for youth in STEM, huh? Youth in STEM. With an extra double clap for the ladies in STEM, huh? Ladies in STEM. Okay, I like these. These fat keys, man. Noir vibes, right? Neo-noir. Some neon. Okay. All right, here we go. I guess this is a Donald Trump song. Because, I mean, everybody's like, he's going to jail. And I'm like, that guy's not going to jail. He's going to Dancing with the Stars very soon. Everybody's convinced he's going to go to jail. He's going to Dancing with the Stars. You know why? Because he's the only guy who's ever talked like that. Ever. Just like Nelly. You know how Nelly was the only guy who ever rapped like that? Ever? You know what I mean? Remember Nelly? No one before Nelly or after Nelly rapped like that. Only Nelly. Go back through the 16,000 people you've met in your life. Have any of them ever spoken the way that Donald Trump speaks? He's the only guy who talks like that.
It's really true. Yeah.
And like Nelly, he's going to go to Dancing with the Stars. Or maybe The Masked Singer. And he's going to get guessed immediately. 8 years from now, Donald Trump on The Masked Singer, he's going to have like the peacock like a big peacock head. He's gonna come out, you know. I dug my keys into the side of his pretty little souped-up four-wheel drive. They'll guess it immediately. So, okay, a song about STEM.
We're doing steps.
It's impressive.
Civil structure.
Engineering helps us build things.
Bridges.
And machines, I think, is what M stands for.
Science, baby, 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 baby.
I love the way you do science. I love the way you do experiments. I love the way you do hypothesis. And get beautiful results, probably better results than anybody. Excuse me, Neil. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, go ahead, sir. Yep. But
with science now, we're doing better results than I think by the way, if you look at it, no one's ever done more science than I have. I've done more for science than just about anybody else. In terms of engineering and with regard to chlorophyll, I think probably a lot better in terms of plants and with regard to green, you know. I do great with plants. They say that if you re-elect Joe Biden, there's not going to be any more plants. It's just going to be sand and water. And you've never seen water like this. Very wet, extremely wet water. Some of the water that we're seeing now is among the wettest water that maybe we've ever had in history, and it's such a shame. I love the way you do science. I love the way you do experiments. This is a Donald J. Trump slow jam about STEM.
DJ Tay, slow jam produced by Mike Pence.
I love the way you do science.
I like Pocahontas.
I like the way you do experiments.
Science.
I like the way you invaded a very important building.
Oh, I could go up a stair. I'm just saying I could go upstairs.
Oh man.
The mic
Right now, but also terrible. It's so terrible what's happening. But when I'm there, it's very good. If you see anything bad happening, that's another guy. But if I'm there, that was me. I like the way I do science. I like to be Mr. President. Last time it was an experiment. This time it will be repeatable. Very science to be able to repeat the experiment. That's pretty much our time, Neil. I do want to thank you guys for...
That's it.